Shalom, family. We're just going to give it a little time for people to come in. This is not going to be a long one at all. It is just pretty much an update on some information that I was able to gather and just go over how quickly the variants are spreading across the country. Because, I mean, we're hearing about these variants, but they're not giving a lot of information in mainstream news about this. And I really think we should at least know what's around us. I think that's a really important thing. So, shalom to everybody. And we will give it, a few minutes and I'll get started. But I hope all of you are doing well. We got a lot of snow here, did some shoveling out yesterday and woke up this morning and it looked like nothing was done. It was that kind of overnight snow. But it's supposed, the storm is supposed to be moving out today, and I'm real happy about that. I'm getting a little tired of the super cold temperatures and everything that's here. It's been too bitterly cold. Shalom. So hopefully things will get better real soon. Okay. Shalom. Shalom, everybody. So I just hope everybody stays healthy through this whole thing. I notice some of my subscribers have disappeared, and unfortunately, I don't know how to reach out to find out what might have happened. And I'm now concluding I think some people have been lost to COVID. I haven't seen Wayward 242 since December, and this man I knew since 2012 online. I met him when I was a moderator over on a Hebrew Israelite platform, and I was a moderator on there from 2012 to about 2017, and he was over there the entire time, and I interacted with him a lot. So when I started my YouTube channel, he quite naturally followed. I haven't seen him, and he was already up in age when I met him. And I think I might have lost him to the coronavirus. I haven't seen him, and unfortunately, I don't know how to reach out to him or anybody in his family. And there's been a few people like that. They were always on my live streams, always on my premieres, and they have suddenly dropped off the radar. So it's not unheard of with 85,000 subscribers that some might have been lost to COVID. I wish that was not the case, though. I'm praying that everyone will just sail through this thing. I really, truly mean that. I pray every single day to the Most High that those people that got it and recover, that he will give lifetime immunity to you. You don't have to worry about getting it again among his children. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. We have enough people in here, and I was never expecting a lot of people anyway, because I kind of did this in a short period of time. So I was not expecting a big crowd. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. All right. Okay, everybody, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Just give me a 1. I just want to make sure everybody can see everything. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, and there's one more thing I want to bring up. Yesterday, I was responding to the standard of beauty that Caucasians have set for us. And I noticed it wasn't a lot of people. Some people had colorism issues. And let me tell you something. In my family, I got light and dark skinned people. And my father was a dark skinned man. And, one thing I wish we as a community can get beyond stuff like that. When I put that together, my goal was to address Caucasians over their issue. It was not to cause an issue among our people. Of course, I love dark-skinned people. I love light-skinned people. I don't get caught up in that, because colorism comes directly from your slave masters. That's why colorism exists today. They perpetuated that stuff during chattel slavery. And I just can't believe that we are still passing that down among each other. And we should have gotten beyond it, but we're not. And I think that's really sad. This is not the time for us to be falling apart over that. But I think some people still have those issues. I don't have those issues. When I grabbed those pictures, I was responding to them. It was not an insult to our people. And quite frankly, everybody in there were not light skinned. It was a mixture of both. But I guess if I didn't have somebody jet black in there, that was an issue for some people. So I was not addressing us. I was addressing them and their standards. But I guess some people didn't see it that way. But it really wasn't that many folks. I would say I can count them all on one hand of some of these people. But you really got to drop that stuff. That came from the slave master. Let it go. Why are you carrying that around? And that is not something that came from our group. It came from another group outside of us. I'm not carrying that stuff around that came from them. Come on. We got to do better. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I believe all of us are beautiful. Light, dark, I believe we're all beautiful, and I will never stop believing that. So let's get into this. I want to update y'all on where these different variants are in the country, because it is spreading rapidly. And I have to agree with them on this one thing. They said by March, these different variants are going to overtake the country. It's already happening right now. And you must see where you are in your state. Now, in my state, ladies and gentlemen, the variant that's dominating is the UK. Here's New Jersey. So I want you to look at this map. This came out from NBC, January 29th, 2021. So this is pretty recent. It's really not that old. Where you see the green is the UK variant that has spread into these states. And you can clearly see a lot of green. So right now that UK variant is dominating much of the country already. All right. Where you see the gray is none. None of the variants are in these states. They got the variant that we started out with in 2020. That's why you see the gray. And then over here, Minnesota have both the UK and Brazilian variants. That's why you see the yellow right here. And the red, where you see in Maryland and in South Carolina, they have both the UK and South African variants, ladies and gentlemen. So it is spreading rapidly. And you can see where your state is as of now. And of course, this is constantly changing. It's probably going to be very different in about a week. Okay. So here's a breakdown of the states, and it will show you what variant, like here for Alabama, it's got the UK variant. And if you go down, you see more states. Florida got the UK variant, Georgia as well. So you can see where your state is on the map. Again, this is also from NBC. Louisiana have the UK variant, Maryland, both UK variant, South African, Minnesota, UK variant, and Brazil. Remember, there's 5 variants in the country right now. We got the original one from 2020, California got their variant. And then you got the UK variant, the South African variant, and Brazilian variant, all in America at the same time. Now, they're trying to play it cool, ladies and gentlemen, and act like, oh, this shot will cover everything. But they are very worried. You can see how nervous they are. They are very nervous. And I know they are starting to realize those vaccines are not going to take care of all these different variants in the country. All right, here's more: Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, South Carolina, Tennessee. So you can see more of the list here, and it ends with Wyoming. So, but they are worried. You can see on their faces, they already know this thing is defeating them with these different variations. All you got to do is listen to the interviews and you can see. See, at first they were kind of blowing this all off. The vaccine will take care of all this. We don't have to worry about this. Is crap. We don't have to worry about this. Their tone is changing a lot now, y'all. They don't have that, oh, this vaccine will take care of everything attitude now. Now they're on TV saying, we got all these variants. Should we be worried? They know they should. They know it. They can feel it, that they're not going to defeat this thing. And over in the UK, I want to thank Elena Troutman. She sent this article to me. The ultra-Orthodox Jew community got it the most over in the UK. They account for 2/3 of the people in the UK that have COVID, and it's spreading. And they said the reason why it's spreading off the charts among them is because they live in very tight, high dense communities. It's like so many of them living around each other and interacting, and it's causing the COVID to explode among them over in the UK. Now, here's the kicker, y'all. They don't have no drives to get these people out there to get the shot like they do here in America among the Black community, right? Every time you turn a TV on or watch a video or pick up an article, oh, Black people got it disproportionately. Oh, they need to go get the shot. We need to get Black people out there and get the shot. You know how they do that with us? Well, these folks account for 2/3. They got the majority of the COVID in the UK. There's no campaign drive and no push to get them out there. So it is definitely not about being disproportionate at all. Here's your proof right here. It's about who you are, and that's who they will campaign to. They're not campaigning to these folks at all over in the UK. Okay. So they're saying this community alone accounts for 64% of the coronavirus across the UK. And nobody is all over the news, all over videos, all over articles trying to push these people out. So it's not about that. It's definitely not about that, y'all. And you know, they even live like that over here. Look at those big funerals and everything they have. They flood the entire street, but that's how they live. So it's really not shocking that they got so much of it over in the UK. So I wanted to show you that, but it certainly debunks all this stuff about us having everything the most, you know. And it definitely sheds a whole different light on things. I don't believe that because, you know, America, one thing about America, America's good at hiding numbers and they are good at lying about numbers too. And if we have that mistrust, we got every reason to have it. Yep, Randy, you got it. 2/3. 2/3. Exactly. Yeah, weddings. Yeah, they flood the streets. That's how they live. So it's not shocking that they have so much, but they're not going to look at them, y'all. Just understand, even if they got a lot of it, even over here, they're not going to look at them. They're going to look at us and look at how many funerals and weddings they've had since the pandemic. You can't tell me it's not bad among them. You can't tell me it's not. I know it is, but see, they keep information about them out of the news, but they'll gladly get on every single mainstream channel and platform to say we got it disproportionately. They won't hesitate to do that. You know, so everybody be careful. Look, we are getting that UK variant, and in March, yeah, I believe it's going to be off the chart, because you're talking about something 70% more infectious than what we've been dealing with all this time. Now you got variations that are way more powerful, stronger, and they're more fatal. They know how bad it is, y'all. But of course, we can't expect these same people to be straightforward with the truth. They're not going to. They're going to keep on this path of lying to us, telling us things are going to get better by the summer, telling us, because Fauci just said about a week ago, oh no, it's going to be the fall. Oh, things will be better by the fall. Okay, wait a minute. So it went from the spring to the summer and now to the fall. Come on. That should tell you these folks have no clue to what they're doing. They're just going out there and just putting all kinds of random stuff out there. But we don't really need their words. We all we need to do is just research this stuff for ourselves and just present the information when we have it. We do not need to listen to them and their nonsense and all that disproportionate talk and all that crap they do. Yeah. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up, Sugar and Spice. It is. Let me tell y'all something, and I found out this recently from my son. My son has a friend. My son has a friend, and his friend is in his early 20s. He has a job, he's an essential worker. He felt pressured to go and get the shot. His friend felt pressured because his job kept mentioning to everybody to go get the shot, if they want to continue to work. So he went out there and got the shot. He got the shot, ladies and gentlemen. That shot knocked him down for 2 weeks. He said he literally could not go to work for 2 weeks. He couldn't even get out of the bed. He said everything ached on him, including the bottom of his feet. Luckily, his parents lived nearby. They came and got him and took him over to their place to help him. He literally had to get help doing everything for 2 weeks. It was that bad. Now, you're talking about somebody in their early 20s, no pre-existing condition, was in perfectly good health until he got the shot. And that shot knocked him down for 2 straight weeks. That was just the first shot. He never even got the second shot. That was the first shot. It did that to him. So, no, that is not normal. That is not normal. Now, he is actually the first person I know that personally that it happened to. The other people I just read about in the news, but he is the only one I personally know that happened to. So if that can happen to a perfectly healthy Black young man, you can best believe that is not what you should be getting. But yeah, and of course, after it happened, he deeply regret getting the shot. He regrets it now, but there's nothing he can do now. He already got that poison in his system. and he's just going to have to, he's since have returned back to work and everything, but I'm just letting you know that's what one shot did to him. But these folks are still all in the media telling you that stuff is perfectly safe and for you to go out there and get it. And no, when you hear stories like that, who the hell would want to run out there and get it? And I still say that shot took out Hank Aaron. I don't care what they say. They're trying to say natural causes, and I'm saying BS. Yeah, he said that he literally had body aches all over. It was no part of his body that wasn't aching. It was that bad. It was that bad. So there is no way that is normal. That is not normal. Yeah, yeah. I don't think that stuff is safe for anybody. I don't care what age you are. And what sickens me is they're trying to come out with this lousy vaccine, and we see what it's doing to people. They're trying to come out with a vaccine for children. There ain't no way in hell anybody's child should be getting this vaccine. I think it's Moderna. They're trying to come out with one for children this coming spring. Let these people that are itching to get their kids back to school, let them get it. Y'all stay away from that stuff. Not for your kids. You don't know what that stuff is going to do to your children. Your children may get that shot, grow up, and won't be able to give birth, have any children of their own. You don't know what it's going to do to you. You really don't. And there were stories out there where they said they found COVID even in semen. You don't know what that's going to do to their bodies. We have no clue to what these shots are going to do for people even in the future. I mean, just because we may see some people that got 2 shots now appear to be healthy, you don't know what's going to happen to them in the months and years to come. We don't know. It's not enough research. They just threw this stuff out here, and they never tested enough people. That's why they're running into all these problems. But as you can see, there's shortages all over the country with these vaccines. In fact, in my state, there was a article in the local paper. They had to cancel a bunch of appointments. They had a whole bunch of people that made appointments at different locations that were doing the vaccine. They had to call a bunch of people, hundreds of people, and cancel their shots because they don't have enough vaccine in the state. And that's going on everywhere. They didn't make enough. And to be honest with you, I think it's very hard to produce these vaccines. That's why when they roll them out, it's just not going to be enough. And then you got to keep it in a certain temperature. It's just very difficult. It just don't seem like it's an easy thing to do. So, yeah, just take note on how much fear you see on their face now. They're, you're seeing a lot of their confidence level plummet. It is not the same talk we heard back in December. And look at the short time, y'all. The vaccines were rolled out in December. We're just at February 2nd? And look at what's happening. They ran out of vaccines. People have died. People have gotten sick. And all of that, we'll be back by the summer. All that talk is now starting to diminish. We know what time we're in. Things are not going to get better. Just look at our punishment, y'all. Things never got better over the 500 years. We're just starting to see things turn around now. And these folks are still running around believing some vaccine they produce is going to be the be all of everything. And it's not slowing anything down in the country. And now, as you can see from that Massachusetts congressman who got the 2 shots and still got COVID, wait until summer come. A lot of these people that got those shots, they gonna get one of these different variations and they're gonna be mad. Just, the spread is happening now. Just let it spread a little more. And all these people that got 2 shots are now gonna get reinfected. And you're going to see a lot of things change over these coming months. So everybody just stay safe. Try to keep yourself as healthy as possible. Like I said, we're going to have to pretty much, we're on our own. This government can't even help itself when it comes down to COVID. So they can't help us. They absolutely can't. Well, Michelle Harvey, these folks are not used to living in reality. Look at what they're willing to believe. Look, they don't speak lies every day for nothing. They're not, they don't know what living in reality is. They really are that far gone in their fantasies. Oh, okay. Thank you, Elaine. In fact, I thanked you for the article from the UK that you sent, but I guess you weren't here when I did that. But you can always go back in the video and watch it. No, I mean, come on, reality is not the thing they live in. That's why they tell so many lies on a regular basis. Living in reality is, they can't handle it. If you tell them America's falling, this is failing, everything you're doing is not working, what are they going to do? They'll do something stupid like turn around and attack Black people, because this is their mentality. This is how they think. And we don't have nothing to do with them failing. They're making all these decisions on their own. You're making all these decisions, and these decisions aren't working. It's not our fault. You're the one in charge. You're the one with the high IQ. You're the one that can do everything. You invented medicine. You invented science. You did all these things, but you failing in front of everybody. Okay. So, I mean, hey, how delusional is that? So we shall see, and I will definitely keep you posted as these other variants are spreading around the country so you can know which ones are in your state. Believe me, I'm not being spared from any of this stuff too. It's here. And it's been bad. Now, one thing they did report in New Jersey, that hospitalizations have dropped, but I anticipate that going up again as these different variants start entering the different states. And ladies and gentlemen, this coming Sunday is the Super Bowl. And people from all over the country and all over the world come into America, and they go to the stadium, which is going to be down in Florida. And that's going to be another super spreader event. That governor down there is hell bent on having a packed stadium, concession stands, and the whole 9 yards. So this is Sunday. We're not that far away. So everybody, please enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll definitely come together again once more, as I get different stories coming in. So shalom, family, and take care of yourselves. Peace.